Hi, as you probably know, we do videos of our adventures sailing, and this next video just happens to be of our time that we spent in Sainte Anne, Martinique, with two sailors that are lost at sea and presumed dead, Kathy Brandel and Ralph Hendry.
Our videos are there for our families to enjoy the adventures that we're on, as well as the cruising community, in the hopes that you can pick up some great places to visit and learn from places we've been that you may not have yet. This video, of course, includes the times that we had with Kathy and Ralph, and we want to be reminded of those wonderful times and the wonderful people that they were while we all get through this grievance period.
Kathy and Ralph were wonderful, friendly people, and we are so blessed to have had the time that we did with them during our sailing adventures. We hope you enjoy this video.
Where are we arriving to, Dawn?
Where are we arriving to?
Yeah.
We will be arriving to Sainte Anne in Le Marin of Martinique, and yeah, we picked a great morning to do this sail. It's been raining kind of the whole time, right into the waves, and yeah, oh well.
Hey, you can see the island now. I couldn't see it a minute ago. What with the rain and all. It was blowing 30 knots in that storm. Dead smack on the nose. But we'll be there. Just in time for Dawn's meeting.
Right, we always do this, just at the last minute. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know we were going to be traveling at 4 knots.
I think now, from now forward, I'll tell Stephen that my calls are at a different time than they truly are, so that we'll arrive at that time instead of at the time my calls actually are. Because always I tell them they're at one time, and that's when we arrive.
Okay, and so if you tell me you need to be there at 12:30, and I calculated on our standard speed, and then our speed is half that, you're still going to put that blame on me.
Who else am I going to put it on?
On our way to Sainte Anne, we had hoped to stop at Diamond Rock to snorkel, but due to the sea conditions, we had to just make it a drive-by. Diamond Rock is a 574-foot tall, uninhabited island located south of Grand Anse du Diamant. At certain times of day, Diamond Rock reflects the sun so brilliantly it resembles a diamond sparkling. Pirates Beach restaurant, St. Anne's, and this is a great kid hangout. And look at these water toys. After arriving in St. Anne, we anchored and set off exploring. Pirates Beach restaurant was great food, floating dinghy dock, water toys, and of course pirate lore. And we spied a Katiki looking boat. Everyone knows that story, right? A bit further down the beach was a park and a great place to go for a swing. It's also the trailhead for the hike to Salines Beach. That night, we hung out with fellow cruisers, Kathy and Ralph. We met them last summer in Block Island, New York, and loved hanging out with them. Even parted with some of the locals. That night, the view of the lighted bay was a true sight. It's our grocery shopping adventure. You know, they had a little bit of everything and a lot of liquor. They even got WD-40. If you're getting ice, you should get ice cream. Right? Well, guess where we're going today? Laundry day! This is the laundromat here, and this is a pretty nice one compared to what we had in the States, actually. So they got a lot of really good machines, and then they have this payment machine that you just simply put your card in and put the machine number in, and you're good to go. It starts. So 40 minutes later, we'll do the dryer. Schools on Martinique seem to be pretty nice. This is just one of many. It says college, but I don't know that it's actually a college. Those kids don't look like college age.
Most of you, I'm sure, have heard about the book and the commencement speech from Admiral McRaven, Make Your Bed. He talked about accomplishing things each and every day in your life and starting off first thing in the morning by making your bed each and every day. And that's what I do. That's what we do on PILAR. But it becomes a different challenge. When your bed is wall to wall to wall, it's much more difficult to make your bed, as you can see in this video. It requires some contortionist movement. It requires some bending and leaning. It's limited head space, limited moving space, but it can be done. So, yes, we do make our bed every day, but I think it's a little more of a challenge than Admiral McRaven had planned on. Nonetheless, it looks great when you're all done. Tough day at the anchorage. Rain squalls coming through. Steady winds at 20, 23, gust to 25. Offshore here, gust to 35 today. So while it's not totally comfortable at anchor, it's better than being offshore.
Some rainy days kept us on the boat for a couple days. So we filled the time with boat projects, and I caught up on some work. After the storms, a boat anchored behind us hitched a ride with a towboat. We noticed they were anchored far out, must have sailed in without engines.
Here we are, first thing in the morning. It was blowing really hard for the last few days. Rained all day long yesterday. This boat behind us came in 2 or 3 days ago, I think, 3 days ago. Anchored up behind us. Haven't seen any action on board for that whole time, and then this morning looks like they got a hip tow in action. So something's going wrong. No engines, I guess. So they got this yacht service company came out this morning and giving them a hip tow, I guess taking them to the dock, get things fixed. But you know, we were here for 2 or 3 days right in front of them. They could have called me. I could have fixed it. It would have been no problem. But I didn't get the call. I wish them luck. Nobody likes this, but it's part of boating. Hope they get underway quick.
We did manage to do a major stock-up trip in the town of Genipa, a modern new mall with the largest Carrefour in Martinique, €1,254. Better last us a few months, but it was a real economical way to go.
We did go provision yesterday. It took all day. It takes the whole day. You got to rent a car, got to drive an hour to the grocery store, on and on. Multiple dinghy rides back to the boat. But the Genesis are coming, so we had to provision, and we did. So here's your provisioning for when the Genesis. Now, We'll probably eat some of this before they get here, but just wanted them to know they should be well provisioned. If not, we have snorkel gear and they can go find their own lobsters.
Today we are in Sainte Anne, Martinique, and you can see PILAR sitting patiently out there waiting for us to return. In the meantime, we're going on a hike, 3.5 miles there, 3.5 miles back, to a beautiful beach called de Salines, and we've heard great things about it. So it will be an all-day affair. Beautiful harbor, really busy harbor though, as you can see. Tons of boats everywhere. We did not expect it to be this busy.
The beach you're going to, de Salines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the nude beach?
No, it's past the nude beach.
Oh, it's past it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, when in France.
I tried to take you there yesterday, but you said there was too much swell.
In the dinghy, you mean?
In the dinghy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee I was right.
Okay.
We did 2 fantastic hikes from Sainte Anne. The first was to Salines Beach, a 7-mile round trip, all-day adventure. Fascinating plants, a beach stop every mile or so, some nude beaches, great views, and a reward at the end.
That was Point Catherine, and we have a devotional little house place here, which we've seen these all over, and I'm gonna have to read out about these.
We saw these not just on the hike, but also in the towns.
This is it. This is the Petit Anse de Salines. This is it.
The second hike was with Kathy and Ralph to Savanes de Petrification, one of the oldest parts of Martinique and part of the Carrefour Peninsula. The area looks like the moon. Desert sands contrast with the rest of the island. Multicolored rocks are strewn around. It is located on the site of a very old volcano, of which the Monte de Petrification rises to 119 meters. In front is the Table du Diable, a huge rock that is riven from the waves offshore. If you go, do not get too close to the edge. As the sign states, the edge of the cliff may just break off and you'll fall in with it. That same day, we toured the Rivieres rum distillery. It was a old distillery, not an operating distillery, so you got to get up close and personal with some of the old machines. We hope you enjoyed this latest episode. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when the next video is out. And don't forget, we're also on Facebook and Instagram.